Hello, and thanks for checking out another episode of Consulting Quick Chats. Today I have joining me Felix, who's another recent hire with Capgemini. Felix, will you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your current role with Capgemini?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Zach, for having me. My name is Felix Abreu. I'm currently a lead program developer with Capgemini, currently working on a Herf Jones account. And yeah, as far as what I do full stack development, working front end and back end, depending on whatever the client needs are.
Okay, great. And how long have you been with the company so far?
I've been with Capgemini for quite a while. It was an interesting journey actually getting here, but I was recently hired in January. So it's been about 6 months, 7 months since the hiring.
Okay, I mean, you had some experience before joining Capgemini, correct? In the
Yeah.
software development world?
Yeah. Prior to actually working with Capgemini, I started with Capgemini as a contractor. So I was a contractor with Capgemini on the Walt Disney account. And I was with them for quite some time. And then eventually they extended me a full-time offer. And, here I am today.
And is that how you discovered the company? Is through this contractor you're previously working for, or have you heard about Capgemini prior to that?
So it's quite interesting that you mentioned that. That was how I found out about Capgemini. It's just like Capgemini found me. So during my contractor period, the company that I was currently working for, they were looking for companies to place me in. And then I had the opportunity to interview with Capgemini. And it was a 2-round interview process where I got a chance to meet the developers that were on the project that I was going to be getting placed in. And it was pretty interesting, from there, started the whole process that I had with Capgemini, and it's been a cool journey since, honestly.
And since you've seen kind of myself, I've only worked in IT with Capgemini, but since you've kind of seen both sides of the world with different companies, being a contractor and now a full-time employee, what's your favorite thing now that you've officially joined and you're officially a full-time employee with Capgemini? What's your favorite thing about being a Cap employee?
Yeah, I mean, they have several things. I'll say a couple. One of the main things that I enjoy is you have the opportunity to work with so many different types of clients, and that gives you the ability to continue growing. For anyone that's looking for opportunities to get more experience, I definitely recommend working with Cap. And then outside of that, they have a lot of communities, internal communities that if you're looking to get acquainted with people that feel like reflect you, you have that opportunity. They have a lot of groups, and that's actually how Zach and I
Yeah.
got to meet each other. So I think that's definitely one of the things to highlight, is that you will find that community and you'll build from there.
Yeah, yeah. It's for people that are watching this that don't know us, of course. We met through one of Capgemini's employee resource groups, which, as Felix mentioned, there are multiple. But that's how we connected. Even though we work in different offices, even though Felix is down south and I'm up north in New York, we both met virtually through Teams, but through the employee resource groups here at Capgemini. And great. So lastly, I guess would ask you, what advice can you give any new hires, either new joiners with Capgemini or anyone in their IT software development career, being a new hire yourself?
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing software development and you're a new hire, one of the things I tell everyone, I have had the chance to train a lot of people, and the one thing I always tell them is ask questions. Do not be afraid. Your ability to learn is really dependent on how much you want to learn. And the more you ask questions, is the more you'll be able to learn. And that's, I think, one of the best parts about it. You're always going to have somebody that's willing to guide you in the process, and if you don't find somebody, eventually there will be somebody that is going to be willing to give you that helping hand. So always ask questions. It's better to always ask the questions than leave wondering what if.
Yeah, I completely agree. And just kind of is to build on that point, when you mentioned working with diverse technologies and teams, and at least the projects that I've been on, with Capgemini, it is a range of coworkers from all aspect or all, I guess, stages in their career, that you don't work with just other new hires. You'll
Yeah.
get paired with there's be senior people to again ask questions and to learn from. That's a
Yeah.
great point, Felix.
No, yeah, definitely. My first project with Disney, I was working with members from Capgemini that were offshore. So
Oh,
it was interesting because, we'd start the day all together, and then, for the other half of the day, they wouldn't be available. But it was an interesting process. I got a lot to learn from it. And, again, I just grew from it and learned how to work with other people that were located in completely different time zones.
That's awesome, Felix. Thank you so much for your time and have a great rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you, Zach. Take care.